Hey guys, we are back with some more Seattle Emeralds, or Emerald Empire I should say, the full name, franchise mode. And I'm honestly not going to do anything much here in free agency. The only thing I'm going to do is get someone to fill out the cap space, and that someone is going to be Jarome Iginla. We're going to give him 15 mil, the maximum, just so we can give ourselves some buffer room if we want to make any trades, so that we don't go over or under the cap. So there you go. That should take us to around 8 mil. And as I said, that's the only thing we're going to do in the offseason. I do want to trade people, but not right now. Maybe closer to the trade deadline when I have a better idea of how our roster fills out and what kind of assets we need. So for right now, we're just going to go ahead and sim up to the preseason. I'll see you guys then. Alright, so we are at the start of season number 1 for the Seattle Emerald Empire. And as you can see, I don't know if I showed you guys this last episode, I might have forgotten, but our minor league team is called the Oregon Trail. So I'm really proud of that. So actually, one thing I did want to do this GM mode is focus a little bit more on the minor league team, because I feel like we kind of neglected the San Jose Barracuda. So we are going to do just that. Actually, the day for the season start is usually the 13th. I believe it's the 15th for the first year, so we're going to assimilate a couple more days here. There you go. All right, done. So let's check out our roster, and then we will see who is on the minor league team, and then we'll make all the necessary signings for them, and then we'll get the season going. So in goal, we have Korpisalo and Grubauer, obviously. And then on defense, we have Martinez, Vatanen, Ekholm, Brodin, Demers, Bogosian, Ouellette, and Nemeth. And then for forwards, we have Grabner, Deno, Sobotka, Brown, Tierney, Iginla, Letestu, Dzingel, Smith-Pelly, Brown, Lawton, and Burmistrov. And Boucher, Nordstrom, and Copper in the minors. And then for defensemen in the minors, we have Pulock, Pouliot, and Polka, the 3 Ps. And then Malcolm Subban for goaltenders. So we need 1 goaltender. We need at least 3 defensemen. I don't know. I might send down Ouellette and Nemeth. I feel like they'd be wasted, though, in the minors. So we'll get 3 minor league defensemen. And we'll have to get a lot of forwards there. I think like 8. Because this is 12 right here, isn't it? Yeah. Because there's 8 defensemen, 20 skid. Yep. So, this is it. Do I want to play Boucher, Nordstrom, or Kopp? I don't think so. I mean, maybe Boucher. But who would I replace him with is the thing. Alright, you know what? I'll send Iggy down to the minors. You know what? No. I'll keep Iggy up here just for him mentoring the younger guys. I think I will send down... Alright, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to call Boucher, Nordstrom, or Kopp up. I will leave them down in the minors. They can develop a little bit more. Hopefully they can turn into third liners by next year. And, yeah, so we're going to need 9 forwards, 3 defensemen, 1 goaltender for the minors. And in terms of the NHL team, well, we're just going to have to tank it. And who do I want to play on defense, though? Because Ouellette is 24 and Nemeth is 25. They're both lefties. So if I want to get maybe Martinez out of here, and maybe Demers is a righty, maybe Ekholm. I don't know. I feel like we could use Ekholm for a few years until we have to trade him. Alright, you know what? Let me just think about what I want to do here. Alright, I think I'm just going to trade Nemeth. There's no point in really having him right now. We have 3 left-handed defensemen, 3 right-handed defensemen. The lefties being Martinez, Ekholm, and Brodin, and then the righties being Vatanen, Demers, and Bogosian. So, with both of these guys being lefties, Nemeth is the odd one out. He is 1 year older than Ouellette. So I think I will trade him. Maybe get some picks for him. So let's do that right now. As no, don't want to. Well, maybe we'll trade him to Anaheim. I don't know. I just I want to get him on our side here first. Let's put Nemeth up there. Of course, he got the least amount of value. So a lot of teams are gonna want a guy like Nemeth. He's a top 6 potential defenseman. It's a matter of what teams have the room, cap wise and roster wise for him. Maybe Nashville. Yeah, Nashville might want him because their 3rd best defenseman is a 79. So maybe we get. Let's see if we squeak a 3rd out for him. Nope. Okay. All right. Let's try a 4th and a 4th for Nemeth. Proposed trade. Nope. We'll just go for a 4th and a 5th then. We'll just completely deprive Nashville of. Actually, you know what? We'll go for this. We'll completely deprive Nashville of any sort of draft picks this year. Will that work? No. All right. What about a 4th, a 5th, and a 6th? 4th and a 5th? Nope. A 4th, a 6th, and a 7th? Will that work? Nope. A 4th and a 6th? Nope. A 4th? Nope. All right. Let's see. How about a 5th, a 6th, and a 7th? Will that work? Proposed trade? Really? 5th and a 6th? A 5th? Wow, I am failing. A 6th and a 7th? Really? A 6th? A 7th? Wow. Only a 7th round pick for Patrick Nemeth. Okay. So, that was worthwhile. Great start to the GM mode. Anyway, who knows? Maybe we can get like a low elite prospect with that 7th round pick. So let's just do best lines here. Let's see what the computer says. Martinez, Ekholm, Rodin, Vatanen, Demers, and Bogosian. Grabner, Danault, Brown, Saboka, Letestu, and Iginla. Burmistrov, Tierney, and Smith-Pelly. And then Lawton, Dzingel, and Brown. Alright, so and then the power play is looking like that. Goaltenders, Grubauer and Korpisalo. Okay, so I think about what I want to do here. Alright, so first things first, I guess, we'll view the draft class for this year. So that should be guys like Dahlin, Zadina, McIsaac, Veleno. Yep, so Dahlin, Zadina, and Veleno are the top 3 prospects in this draft. I believe all of them are at least medium elite. We all know about Dahlin, Zadina, and Veleno, though. So maybe we go and scout somewhere like the OHL or the Q. Where is Veleno? The Q, and then Zadina is apparently in, I believe that'd be Czech. And then Dahlin obviously is in the SHL. So Anderson McDonald, Ryan Merkley. Ryan Merkley might not be a bad idea to scout, but we generally want to stay within the top 10 here because that's where we're probably going to be picking a lot of Q prospects here. I'm seeing there's 5 from the Q right there, just in the top 10. So I think we'll start in the Q, and then we'll work our way around Canada. And then obviously we'll scout a little bit of Zadina and Dahlin later on in the year. So we will start, as I've said, in the Q for 6 weeks for forwards. That should be good. And now we will assign the jerseys and the captains. I don't think this team is ready for a captain just yet. After all, there's no real franchise players here. Let's give Iginla number 12. Oh, right. Let's see. We will give the second alternate to, or the third alternate, I guess in this case, to Vatanen. So Vatanen, Martinez, and Iginla. That looks good to me. We'll give Iginla number 12 here. No one cares about Connor Brown. So, yep, there you go. Danault, Tierney, Dzingel, that all looks good. Let's get this going. Now, lines, let's see what we want to do here. So Grabner obviously will feature on the first line. Danault as well. Let's see who has the highest potential here. I believe no one's higher than top 9. Yeah, so Burmistrov usually can get pretty good if you play him on the top 6. So I'm gonna put him on the second line with. I'm gonna leave Tierney on the third line. I'll leave Smith-Pelly on the third line. Saboka can stay on the third line. Lawton is pretty good at faceoffs. So you know what? I want to use Lawton as a center. Then how's Letestu 85? Oh yeah, he can take faceoffs. It looks like all these guys can take faceoffs pretty well. So I will use Dzingel as a left winger here. I'll put him. Actually, no. I'll put Saboka on the fourth line. I'll put Dzingel on the third. So Grabner, Danault. Yeah, Connor Brown, and then Iginla, Letestu, and Burmistrov. And then Dzingel, Tierney, and Smith-Pelly. JT Brown, Lawton, and Saboka. That looks good. So Martinez, and then Ekholm. I'll put. I feel like Ekholm would be a waste on the top 6 because I wanna have it lefty righty for all of them. So I would say Vatanen on the top 2 with Brodin. I usually see some good growth out of Brodin if you put him on the top 2. And then we'll say Ekholm. Yeah, I feel like either Ekholm or Martinez would be a waste on the top 6. But then again, so are Bogosian and Demers. They're both top 4. All these guys are top 4 defensemen, you know. So I would say Ekholm is more of a defensive defenseman. Martinez has more offensive awareness, so I'll put Ekholm with Bogosian and then Demers with Martinez. There you go. That looks good. And then I'll have to give extra time to Ekholm and Bogosian on the penalty kill. And probably the power play. So let's see. Ekholm. Yeah, Ekholm will be on the power play with Brodin, Vatanen, and Martinez. That looks good. I will put Ekholm up here to make up for the lack of time he's getting 5-on-5 wise. Let's see, Brodin, Martinez. Yep, that looks good. Vatanen up here. And then penalty kill. Yeah, we'll go Bogosian and Ekholm. And then I would say Brodin and Martinez. Is that what they already have? Yes. Okay. And then Dzingel, Lawton, Tierney, and Saboka. I'm going to take Saboka off there. And I will put Connor Brown. He's already getting first line ice time. Is this Lawton on there? Yeah. Lawton, Dzingel, and Tierney. And Iginla, Smith-Pelly. I'll put Smith-Pelly on there as well. So Dzingel, Tierney, Martinez. I will do this and this. Alright, special teams look good. 5-on-5 looks good. Extras, I will do Letestu with Saboka, and then Grabner with Danault. Brodin with Vatanen, and then Martinez and... who was it again? Was it Bogosian or Demers? Yeah, it was Demers, I think. Yes. So, put Ekholm over there. Demers right here. Switch Demers with Ekholm, and then switch Ekholm with Bogosian. Then Tierney and Brown. That looks good. 3-on-3 is going to be Danault, Grabner, and... yeah, Martinez. Or no. Where is he? Brodin. And then Vatanen with Saboka and Letestu, and then Tierney with Brown and... I'm going to say Martinez. Yep, that looks good. Extra attackers, Martinez and Brodin. I want... who do I want there? I want Grabner. And I want Vatanen. Figures, the two devils. Alright, shootout. So Grabner will be first, then no, then Vatanen, and then I guess Letestu and Brown. We don't really have anyone too much better. And then scratched is Ouellette for right now. And injuries are on, so I guess I guess I should have held on to what's his name? Nemeth then, but whatever. I'll hold on to Ouellette for injuries, and then I guess we'll call up a forward from the AHL. I guess I should have signed some injury depth. Yeah, you know what? We will call up Reed Boucher for injury depth. Nordstrom and Kopp can stay down there. And yeah, that looks good. What is this for? The AHL? No, this is for the NHL. What's looking? What's the line error here? I'm not seeing any line errors. Is it for the AHL? Yeah, it's for the AHL. Why did it take me to the NHL then? Okay, so let's just confirm. Yeah, we need 10 forwards. We need 3 defensemen, and we need 1 goaltender. Actually, you know what? I'm going to sign 2 goaltenders just so we can have an injury goaltender for the minors in case we need to call up Subban. So let's just do this really quick here. I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. I'll cut this out and I'll show you guys the results afterward. All right, so I have approached Jay Matson, Johan Matson, and Ben Scrivens for the goaltender position in the minors. And then defensively, I have approached Dylan McIlrath, Rafael Diaz, and DuPont. And then forwards, I have Gotch, Loffman, Rasmussen, Fiddler, Brown, Bolig, Reimer, Reinprecht, Koivisto, and Oscar Mahler. Mainly for the offensive awareness right there. These 4 are for the offensive awareness down here. Brown and Bolig are for the physicality, and then Fiddler, Rasmussen, Gotch, and Loffman are for the defensive category. And then, yeah, that'll be that. Let's see if they sign. I don't see why they wouldn't. So Diaz has accepted our offer. Matson, Rasmussen, and then Fiddler, McIlrath, Bolig, Brown, Scrivens, Mahler, Koivisto, Loffman, DuPont, Gotch, Reimer, Reinprecht. That'll be it. And everyone has signed with the minor league team, so let's make sure that the minor league team is in order. All right, so this is what the computer came up with. For the most part, I think I'm going to leave it as of right now. There doesn't appear to be anyone who I'm really concerned about besides Polka, Pouliot, and Pulak. So I'm going to put Pulak on the right, Polka right there. Pouliot I'm going to put right here. We'll switch those guys, and that looks good. All right, you know what? One last thing I wanted to do is sign a couple of those prospects that we got from the past draft. Guys who are playing in Europe currently, or you know, guys who are eligible for the AHL. So let's go to unsigned. So Liljegren, yeah, we'll sign Liljegren. And then let's see. So he was the only defenseman. So Kosarenkov, I think, can play in the AHL. He'll get some good experience from that. Holland. Here's the thing. I don't want to sign too many of the rookies because I do want to have some overall depth in the minors so that they can win games. But Malkin, Petrovic. Let's see, Yuri Malkin. Yeah, you know what? We'll sign Malkin. He needs to grow. He's a top 6 potential. Then Petrovic and Hardigan. Again, here's the thing. Can't sign too many of these guys at once. I think I will leave Hardigan and Petrovic unsigned for right now, as well as Holland, because I want to give Kosarenkov and that other guy, Malkin, as much ice time in the minors as possible, or as much development as they can get, right? So I think I'm going to scratch Bolig for where is he? There's Malkin. I'm looking for was he a center? No, I don't think Kosarenkov was a center. Is he in the NHL? That'd be kind of weird, but I wouldn't put it past this game. Roster moves. Let's see what happened. Is Kosarenkov down here? He is not signed currently in the NHL. No? Where is Kosarenkov? Come on, game. This is not funny. Where's Kosarenkov? Yeah, you know what? I think Kosarenkov's in Canada. Because I just looked up his player profile. He's a real player, and he's currently in the QMJHL, so that would be why we don't have him. So I will sign instead. I will sign Hardigan and Petrovich so that they can get some time. They are undoubtedly ready for the AHL. So we're going to go into the lines once more as we try to figure this out. I will take out Bolig for Hardigan, and I will take out Loffman for Malkin. And then I will also take out Fiddler for Petrovich. I'll leave all those guys in the fourth line. Or do I want to do that? What do I want to do? Because I think I want to put maybe one of them on the third line just so that they can play with a veteran like maybe Gotch or Rasmussen. What do I want to do? All right, I'll put Hardigan on the third line since he's a sniper. I'll put him with Gotch. Or no. I'll put him with... Yeah, I'll put him with Brown and Gotch, and then Rasmussen can go with Malkin and Petrovich. There you go. And then we will take out DuPont and put in Liljegren. And I will leave him with Rafael Diaz. Alright, so that should work out. Hopefully they get some good growth. And Malcolm Subban, same thing with him. Hopefully he gets up to, I would say 79 would be acceptable by the end of the year. Or by the jump of this upcoming season. So I know we're already pretty far into this video. But let's go 1 month. Let's at least go the preseason just to see how we could, how this team could potentially go. First period against the Anaheim Ducks, they're going to score Cogliano on Grubauer. Second period, there is the first goal of the preseason for Seattle. Connor Brown on Matt Hackett. And then third period, Michael Grabner on Hackett as well. And that is going to be a 2-1 win in the preseason against the Anaheim Ducks. But as we all know, the preseason does not matter too much. So we're going to simulate way ahead. And we're going to go up to the first game of the regular season. And we'll see what happens. Salary cap compliance must be compliant by October 10th. We are compliant. And we went 5-1-1 in the preseason. So that's, I would say that's pretty good. So Connor Brown got 7 points in the preseason. Good for him. As I said, preseason does not matter much at all. So, but the good news is we didn't get any injuries in the preseason. That's what I'm most happy about in terms of the preseason. So let's go up to the first regular season game against the Pittsburgh Penguins. So simulate up to day, and we will do a commentary third period. And for those of you who are new here, I like to go into the games, at least the important games that have some sort of significance on the series. And this is definitely a significant game for this team, as this is our first regular season game in the history of the Seattle Emerald Empire. Let's go. Game against Pittsburgh. Let's see what we can do against the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions. First period. Wow. Malkin, Letang, Hornqvist, Kessel, and Bonino all score 3 goals on Grubauer, and then Korpisalo gets in there after Grubauer gets pulled, and he lets in 2. Second period. Oh my. Hagelin, Malkin, Kessel, Bonino, and Letang on Korpisalo, and Jerome McGinley with the lone goal. The first goal in Seattle Emerald Empire history. This is a beatdown. My goodness, let's get into it. Here we are in Pittsburgh. We are getting completely schooled by the Penguins. They lead 10-1 at the start of the third period. Let's see what else is going to happen. Michael Grabner goes in, tries to feed Dano going to the net, but nothing happens out of that. And that is Connor Brown in the corner. He gets, I believe, that is highest stick, and that is a delayed penalty on Pittsburgh, and we're going to see the first 4-minute power play, I believe, of the Seattle franchise history. So let's get this going, boys. Chris Letang goes to the box for a high sticking, and he draws blood on Connor Brown, who is holding his face right there. Yeah, that you can't do that. So let's see who's on this power play again. So Iggy, Letestu, Brown, Ekholm, and Vatanen. Okay. Vatanen gets it to Letestu, and Ekholm loses it. He has to get it back to Vatanen, and Letestu, fed by Vatanen, gets it back to him, and Vatanen feeds Ekholm, and I believe that was Connor Brown who missed the net right there. Pittsburgh is going to take it up on the penalty kill. Nick Bonino down near the boards, loses it, and it's taken by Connor Brown. Fed up to Jerome Iginla, the first goal scorer in the history of the Seattle Emerald Empire franchise history. He gets that around the boards for Letestu. Letestu feeds it in front for Iginla, and he's going to score another one on the power play. Jerome Iginla with his second of the game. And I don't know why I'm so excited, as this is a 10-2 game, but it is still a very important game in franchise history, I suppose. And yeah, the alternate captain right there. Nice goal right in front of the crease. I mean, that could technically be argued as goaltender interference since he was in the crease, but no one can really explain goaltender interference anyway, so let's just leave that be. We are still on the power play, 2 minutes remaining in the double minor after the goal by Jerome Iginla, and Pittsburgh is going to win that back. Kuhnhackl taking that up into the zone, circling around the net, and does the smart thing, gets it on net, and Grabner has a 2-on-2 with Danault. Danault is going to get that on net. Smart shot right there. Cole clears that out for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And Martinez is going to get back. He's going to feed that up for Danault. Danault is going to get into the zone himself. Cuts to the middle. Goes back and is hit by a Penguin. And then Danault gets it back from Grabner as Cole dumps it out once more for Martinez to chase back. And Martinez around for Brodin. Saboka on now. Saboka gives it to Grabner. He shoots it, gets in the glove of Murray, and he's going to hold on with 1:05 left in the power play. And Jerome Iginla, look at that, 1 goal away from the hat trick, as we all know. So 5 shots on the power play, 1 for 1 are the Seattle Emerald Empire, and Ekholm with the shot that gets blocked in front, and Letestu with the great shot looking to go top right, goes into Matt Murray's glove, and he's going to hold on once again. So we're looking pretty solid on the power play, I would say. Our power play unit is pretty nice. I mean, obviously not in terms of overall talent, but just in this game, we're looking solid. I can't say the same for the defensive zone, but you know what? Any kind of improvement is good for this team at this point in time. So Ekholm is going to get that to Vatanen, who gets it to Letestu. Letestu feeds Iginla, who's speeding down the wing as fast as he possibly can with his 40-year-old legs. And Ekholm is going to stop that before the red line. And he's going to get it over to Connor Brown. Gets it to Letestu, feeds Ekholm in front, and he is going to get absolutely bodied by a Pittsburgh Penguin. And Iginla almost had a takeaway there, looking for the hat trick, but it is cleared down by Pittsburgh as Ekholm feeds up for Letestu. Getting down the wing for Iginla, who cuts into the middle, gives it to Letestu, and that is a nice save by Matt Murray. Letestu with the shot that goes wide, and Matt Murray covers that up. He has not taken any chances here in an 8-goal game. With 15 minutes remaining, there is still a possible comeback in the storage for the Seattle Emerald Empire. You just never know. And what a shot there by Letestu. Philip Danault taking the face off now. Seems like it's been this line pretty much the entire period up to this point. Martinez over to Demers. And Grabner shoots it in front. That gets blocked by Letang, I believe that was. Hagelin takes that up for the Pittsburgh Penguins. And he is going to try to find some space. He cannot get by the defense. in the form of Alec Martinez. Then Connor Brown finds Jason Demers wide open for Danault, and oh baby, they make it 3-10. And we have a game all of a sudden. If this were a lower score, you know, if this were like an actual like 4-3 game, then that would be, you know, be reasonable. But the Pittsburgh Penguins have massively outscored the Seattle Emerald Empire, so unfortunately at this point in the game, a comeback is, I mean, it's still likely. You never know, right? With the EA nonsense, you know, anything is possible. Sheary takes that into the zone. He's tripped up by Smith Pelly, no call. So, lucky from the referees there. I don't believe actually that was a trip. That looked more like a shove. And Smith Pelly shoots it into the glove of Murray, or actually the crest, I should say. And he will hold on. And Dzingel, Tierney, and Smith Pelly line still out there. Tierney taking the face off against Sid the Kid Crosby. And he's going to lose it. Schultz gets that to Hornqvist. Gets it to Kessel. He's going to dangle at the line. Gets it to Hornqvist. In the middle, and Grubauer with the save. He's going to hold on to that with 9:31 remaining in the third. And Pittsburgh's next games are the Vegas Golden Knights, the Carolina Hurricanes, and the Winnipeg Jets. Very nice to know game. Very nice to know. Around the league, New York has beaten New York 3-2. Letang and Schultz play catch. He's going to get that back. And Letang gets that on that, and that's going to be the 11th goal of the game for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But you never know. You know, we're only down by 8 with 8 minutes to go. Only 1 goal per minute. That's not bad, boys. That's not bad. We could get it done. Oh, and that's the hat trick for Chris Letang, it looks like. And what a snipe from the point by him. Because I believe there was a screen in front there. Yes, there was a screen in front. That Penguin right in front there, who I cannot identify because I didn't see the number or the name. Fourth line out there now for Seattle. Sobotka, Lawton, and JT Brown against the first line of the Pittsburgh Penguins. And a nice win by Scott Lawton. He was a nice acquisition in the expansion draft. I got him actually specifically for faceoffs, which he's doing that well, it seems. Brodin over to Vatanen. He gets it back to Brodin. Kessel gets that up to Crosby. Crosby loses it to Sobotka, of all people. And then he gets it back for Lawton, who takes it in the zone. Lawton with the shot that gets gloved by Murray, and he holds on. With 4:59 remaining. And a little extracurricular activity there in front of Matt Murray. The Lawton line still out there. Can he win another faceoff? No, he cannot, but he gets pushed. That's taken by Kessel into the zone. He sends Crosby for a shot, and the rebound that is saved by Philip Grubauer, and a delayed penalty on the Pittsburgh Penguins. And that is going to be another power play for the Seattle Emerald Empire. And Crosby is going to the box. Let's see what happened. I did not see what happened there. That is a hooking call. As that was a kind of a poor camera angle there by EA Sports, but who's complaining? Not me. We have a power play. Danault gets that puck. He loses it to another Brown? I was not aware there were that many people with the last name Brown in the league. I mean, I know there's Dustin Brown. So maybe that's another Brown. Is that like 4 Browns or something like that? Because we have 2 of them on our team. Sobotka takes that around the net. He's going to find Danault for Vatanen. Back to Danault. In front for Sobotka. And he loses it. Gets it to Danault. Ekholm with the shot that goes wide of the net. And Dumoulin will clear that out for Pittsburgh. And Ekholm takes that in his own zone. Gets that up to Grabner, who gets the stretch pass up for Danault, I should say. And he finds Ekholm. Ekholm finding space. Finds Danault. Danault looks for, I believe that was Connor Brown. in front, but he misses. Oh no, that's Joe Iginla, I should say. They were both number 12 at one point. Iginla looking for the hat trick. Gloved by Matt Murray. 2:20 to go in the third. Pittsburgh up by 8. The score of 11-3. We're gonna need some firepower now here, boys. We're gonna need 4 goals per minute. That's getting there. That's getting there in terms of riskiness, boys. It's rather unfortunate. As the Pittsburgh Penguins clear that out for Martinez. Martinez will move that up for Iginla. He gets it to Connor Brown, number 88 for Letestu. He gets that back from Martinez, and in front, Iginla with the hat trick. Unbelievable, with another goal on the power play. He has led this group already in game number 1. I am so happy I left him up here. 3rd goal tonight on the power play. I didn't actually think he would get it, but you know what? Iginla, he's still got it. He has still got the scoring touch in front of the net. And he makes this an 11-4 game. And we are... You know, that's the silver lining of this game. The veteran, the $15 million veteran, got the hat trick in the first game in franchise history, and we don't have to wait for, let's say, a 90 overall player to get that hat trick. We have the first hat trick in the first regular season game in franchise history. Has that ever happened before? I don't think so. That is, our team is already accomplishing great things, guys, and we are still losing 11-4. And that is going to be a shot by Malkin. 45 seconds remaining. Burmistrov tries to find, I believe that is Jerome Iginla, but Malkin takes that. Lars Hagelin, or not Lars Hagelin, God. Throw back to Halifax. Carl Hagelin, I should say. Was going to move that into the zone, and now he gets that to Malkin. Malkin feeds Hagelin, and he gets it back to Malkin. Over to Mata. 19 seconds remaining in the period. Mata tries to dangle Grubauer, but he does not succeed. Burmistrov with 13 seconds to go. Let's see what happens. Shot on net. Nice try, Burmistrov. As this game is going to wind down to the final seconds. And that is going to be an 11-4 victory for the Pittsburgh Penguins. But a lot of silver linings in this game, you have to admit. Let's get back to the menu. Alright, back in the menu here. And I think that is enough for one video. We're going to call it a video right here. My recording is already at 45 minutes. With that, I will see you guys in the next one, where we will continue the Year 1 regular season with the Seattle Emerald Empire. See you guys then.